It's hard to believe that this is my last pregnancy update. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I have been missing for a little while. I went MIA for a couple of weeks, and if you don't know what MIA is, it means missing in action. But I just simply want to go ahead and say that I just was not feeling very well for the weeks. But in this video, we are going to be talking about my pregnancy. The last little bit of my pregnancy. Last time I update y'all, I think I was 34 weeks. I think so. So in this video, we have a little bit, not really that much, but we do have 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39 weeks of pregnancy to be talking about, which is like a whole entire month, pretty much. Now, and if you hear little jingles in the background, that's my dog. He has his collar on him because there's like 8 inches of snow outside. So if he decides to run away in the snow and play in it, he has his collar on him. That's what you hear. But I want to go ahead and apologize for if I continue to look down. I just have my notes. My notes right there. So why don't we just go ahead and get started into this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with whenever I was 35 weeks pregnant. What I have written down on this, I can't really remember what every little symptom was, but what I do have written down for my 35 weeks is I slept for about like 5 to 6 hours. I was not sleeping. You know how you get into that third trimester and you just have problems sleeping. And that's what I was having. I was having problems sleeping at night. I couldn't really sleep much, and I was taking naps during the day, but they were like 3 to 4 hours long. Oh, they were a couple hours long. So altogether, I was getting about 9 to 10 hours of sleep altogether. And the other symptom I have that is written down is that it just absolutely hurt. It hurt to bend over, and it hurt to go, nah, Rocky. It hurt to pick up stuff off the floor and everything. Just everything hurt in my body. Just, yes, of course, it's normal. So that's pretty much really it for my 35 weeks, whenever I was 35 weeks pregnant. Now let's go ahead and get into whenever I was 36 weeks pregnant. I was sleeping for like 12 hours. And then my naps was like 30 minutes to an hour long, mainly an hour. And whenever I was 36 weeks, I could not go throughout the day without taking a nap unless I had coffee. I don't know why. It don't matter if I drunk caffeine or whatever. I really don't drink that much caffeine. That's a lie. I do drink a good amount of it. But I just could not get throughout the day without taking a nap unless I had coffee. Now, if the coffee wasn't strong enough, I would eventually go to sleep. My lower back, of course, whenever you're pregnant, your back is just going to hurt because your baby is head down and all up in your back and your pelvis area and everything. But my lower back really, really hurt really bad that time. And if you know me, then I have the disc degenerate back disease that runs into my family. My mother had it. I got a couple aunts that have it, and yes, it runs in my family, and there's a slight little possibility that I may have it or I may get it. You never know. So that's why whenever I say my back hurts, it like literally hurts. There's nothing I can like brush off my shoulder and go on about my day. I did have contractions. I don't know how long they were because I did not write them down. But apparently I did have contractions and everything, but that's really it for my 36 weeks. Now 37 weeks. Now I'm trying to zoom through all this because I can only upload of a 15-minute video on YouTube. So I'm trying to zoom through these as fast and as possible. 37 weeks. On Christmas Eve, I had very hard and strong contractions and, you know, very long and hard contractions. They hurt me. They made me like not want to breathe. But you know, you just gotta sit there and you gotta breathe through them and get it done. But they did eventually stop, so I didn't have to go to the hospital for that whatsoever. Christmas Eve was just, you know, another old day. Yes. And of course, whenever you are pregnant and you're like this big, I'll show you guys my belly in the end. But whenever you're big, you get out of breath easy. I'm like, just me sitting here talking to y'all, I am running out of breath. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I am. And considering that I am forming COPD, it's not a good combination. And of course, you know, whenever you're laying in the bed and you wake up to roll over or something, one or another, and you have to, either you do it in your sleep because you're not pregnant, but whenever you're pregnant, you wake up just to simply roll over. That was a big task. It was like, oh my god, it's just like, I have to like whip my belly over. It's so hard and difficult. But that was pretty much it for my 37 weeks. Now, 38 weeks, here we are finally catching up. 38 weeks, whenever I was 38 weeks pregnant, there was like 2 days I could not eat without puking whatever I tried to eat up. And he was not really moving much at all, so I decided to go to the hospital because I felt the need to go. So I did. And they gave me medicine so I can eat, and I was having contractions every 1 to 3 minutes. But I couldn't feel them, which is weird. If you follow me on Snapchat, I'll pop it up on the screen right here, somewhere right there. Or just me. Something. And go follow me on Snapchat, guys, because I seriously update there more, and you will be able to see baby boy when he comes. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I have a name for him. But I will tell you guys his name in a little bit. But whenever I was at the hospital, I was having contractions every 1 to 3 minutes, and since I was not dilated whatsoever, they stopped my contractions. Like, they kind of calmed my uterus down so that I can go home and rest. That's exactly what I did. I went home and I rest. And I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, which was a Friday, January 6th. No! Which was January 6th. And since I am having him on Thursday, this coming Thursday, which is January 12th, they told me that I did not need to be seen if I didn't want to. And I really didn't want to, so I was going to choose, okay, yeah, no. But they went ahead and took me back there and they took my blood pressure. And whenever they found out my blood pressure was sky high, they told me, you're going to the hospital and we're going to keep an eye out for your blood pressure. Now, the last couple of times that I was in the doctor's office, it was high, but it wasn't high enough to make them say you're going to the hospital. This time it was like 153 over something. I really don't know exactly. I think it was 90. Yeah, so they sent me to the hospital and everything. I was having very little contractions, like probably like every 10 minutes or so. Don't really know. So they kept me over there for like hours and hours. It was kind of annoying me because, you know, I had a feeling that I might have had them today, but I had a feeling that I was going to have him yesterday, but they said that everything looked good and it didn't look like I needed to have him today. They took blood work and they tested a bunch of crap on that. And they tested it, then everything came back negative, and they said, you don't need to have him today. You can go home, get your rest, and we'll see you on Monday. Now, Monday, I do have a pre-op, which is, I really don't know what a pre-op is, but I will find out on Monday. This week, I have a busy week, kind of. I got an appointment on Monday, and I have an appointment on Tuesday. I have an appointment on Monday at my doctor's office, and an appointment at Tuesday with the hospital, getting me prepared for my C-section and everything like that. Whew. So that, I did go to the hospital twice when I was 38 weeks. And You know how another symptom that I have written down is that my hips and my pelvic bone hurts really bad. I am 38, I'm not 38. I am 39 weeks and 1 day? 2 days. 1 day. I am 39 weeks and 1 day pregnant right now. And let me tell you, okay, my pelvic bone and my hips, they hurt really, really bad to where I cannot get up and walk whatsoever. And considering that there's like 8 inches of snow outside, here, I'll show you. Considering that there's like 8 inches of snow outside, it's just like, Lauren, you do not need to go into labor right now. But I have a feeling that I'm pretty sure there's still going to be snow on the ground when he comes. Oh yeah, speaking of which, his name. I tried so hard to get supplies to do a baby name reveal, but I simply do not have all that, and considering that he's going to be here in like 4 days, so yeah, I'm just going to blurt out what it is, which I really and truly hate that because I really wanted to do a name reveal for you guys, but I just simply couldn't afford it and all this. But his name is going to be Jacob Lee. My baby boy Jacob. I call him Baby Jacob. I'm not going to say his last name for private reasons. But that is really and truly it for this video. Now I am going to get up and show you guys my 39 week and 1 day belly. By the way, I have no clothes that fit me, so my belly is hanging out of my shirt a lot, actually. So this is my belly at 39 weeks and 1 day. Very big. Here's the front. And the other side. My shirt is hanging out. My belly is hanging out. Here it is with the shirt off. It's very big. I have a feeling baby Jacob is going to be about an 8 or 9 pound baby. But we'll find out, won't we? But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And join me on this beautiful journey, considering that I will be having him in like 5 days. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Mwah.